Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and welcome back to Terminus Zombie Survivors. This is our domination run, and in this run we're going to be running solo. We're doing it on Apocalypse, we're doing it on permadeath. We didn't do the crowd scenario on this one, and that is my big regret with this one, because it would have made it a bit tougher than it has been. We've got most our skills already maxed up to the top. We've got all food and water to last us to the rest of the run, and we're on to the last couple episodes now. We've got about 7 more locations to uncover before we're finished. We're coming up onto day 88 of the run. Our survivor, Remington, the engineer, was just doing some crafting and repairing, and I'll bring you back on the next morning. Okay, welcome back, everyone. It's 6 o'clock in the morning, and Remington has been busy reading. He has been using the reading desk to finish it. He's got a couple of pages left on here. So now he's got intuition skill level 1. And he's got intuition skill 2 out of 2 now. It's not a skill we need, but again, we're just trying to learn as much skills as we can on one character in a run. And again, doing all this on a day under a run seemed about right for mixing different achievements at the same time. What are we getting next term? We're getting 12.7, so I'll be on 21.9. So if I use 2... And again, it won't take us long to get them 2 long leg strikes done. It will take us up to 3 out of 4. The gear has all been repaired up, so it'll help us out in the morning. We have been eating the lettuce because it's just been capping out our morale. We'll use the water on this occasion. And we're ready to start. It is morning. There is somebody standing outside the door because you can see a red circle, because we can hear them, and we can hear one in the south. We do need to drop the flag down at this location, so we are going to have to take this guy out. Weak daggers is fine to take you out, and we do want to stop there because we want to see what book you've dropped. Bargaining. Okay, it's one we might not have. It's not something we're going to do any trading in this run, but it could be very useful for us just to read something. And we've secured another location. We did craft up the missing flag, so we should have enough flags now to cover every location we've got left in the game. So we're carrying 1 on us. We've got 7 in the car. We'll put the squirrel away, and let's just put all the other stuff what we picked up what we don't need. And we could put the bargaining away, but we might need to grab something else. Because again, when we're not sleeping because we're using drugs, energy, whatever we're using to stop it, we read a lot throughout the night, and now I've not got to craft weapons and stuff. So what would be the next good one? Probably survive. We'll do body strike. We do have another leg strike book there. So we're 1 of 4. We've got 3 leg strike books, so that will take us up to 4 of 4. So I think that's better. And let's just make sure. So we've got 1 body strike book. And you can rank that up to 4. So we'll probably take that as the next level up if it comes up as an option. Okay, we're all good to leave. Do I want to refuel up? I do. And I need to refuel 2 more cans into it. And that still gives us 20 fuel in cans. And all those are empty. I just wanted to check because we have so many cans now. Up to 21 big cans and 10 small. Okay, so where was we going next? We was going to the closed door. Okay, so there was a blockage there, so it's a good job. We didn't want to go closed door pharmacy and back up. So yeah, that's fine. We can easily clear blockages if we need to. Zombie immediately by me. That's why I've come through with AP. So we'll take you out. And then just eye up where everybody else is before we make a decision. So there's 1 here, 1 in the building there. And there's not a lot we need here, but we still want to check stuff. So we're going to go over to the zone point here and have a look what his movement is. We could actually just go and take you out. There's 1 there, there's a dead rat, and there's a second one in the building here. I do pick... And that looks like there's a survivor or a bandit or a pickpocket. Somebody's in the building because the zombies are attacking them. So let's move down as far as we can safe to get some visibility. And you can't see from here, but there is a zombie there in that bottom room. Let's go up to the corner here, get some visibility this side. We still got 9.7, so we can move over and get visibility up here. Brilliant. We've uncovered most of the area. We might come back to the door, but we'll stay where we are because there isn't much health. And you can see the slashing attack from the survivor. And you saw how many zombie attacks they managed to do. So again, you always have to be careful. We'll use the lockpick. And let's go and take this zombie out. So let's go there. 4.7, exactly what this weapon can do. So that's perfectly. Don't need the rag and Bible. Don't need kitchen knife. We'll take medicine. Rotten in 2 days and worth picking up. Again, if you could set up a base with a load of traps on there, which I do want to do in the next run, because we haven't really played around with traps that much, or we haven't had much luck with them. Ariadne's thread I've already learned, and it can only be stacked once. So that's no use to me to pick up. The door is open, which I'm a bit wary of. But I'm still fighting the survivor, so I think we're fine. Again, a lot of attacks there. I think I'm going to search these two before I go up and interact with those. Very nice drugs. And we don't need any tote bags. So I think I'm going to come over here and then we can get visibility of all this nonsense. So it is a survivor, not a... You can't get to me and you can, so I need to be moving up to there, which I've got more than enough AP to do. I could probably go up to that top one. That's going to be a little more safer. We'll take the meat just in case we do another cook session. We have got 2 dead animals, one on us and one in the fire truck, which we can add to a meal with some vegetables and make a nice meal. Can anybody get to that square is the next question. You can't, you could. So I'm going to stay where I am. I'm not going to risk moving. So I'm looking at next thing. Let's just get the orange out the way. Perks up our morale nearly top. Gives our hydration up. And we've got to wait until 23.5 before we have that. Can have it before, but you don't need it. And we can take the gloves back off now. So the survivor died to a bleed by the look of that. I do want to go and do the combat first, as much as it would probably be sensible to... Actually, we've got enough AP. And there's another assault rifle. We will take it. That's the second one I think we found in this run. Oh, actually the third. Now we'll go on to that square and then we can take this zombie out. 7.9. Yeah, I've got enough to search this. And we don't need the bags. And again, clothing stores are great for bags early game. And we just need to switch over to a bit bigger axe. And a little bit left. So let's just clear you with the knife. Still pipe and a rag I don't need. And the only thing we need to check is that one there. And all the loot on the floor, which the survivor dropped. So rotten, those are good. Again, cram. Once you can get the recipe for army base stew, it's one of the best recipes in the game. Use that, put in a ramen, add in any fruit and vegetables, any meat you want, and it can make a really good meal. Take all the drugs. We'll take the machete, check it against errors. 37 medium, 100 poor. We'll get rid of the poor one. Take fire axes. Lantern with charges we'll take. And crafting stuff we'll always take. And then we can loot this one. Some batteries. But the other stuff are very low, so no use. And one left here, which we can check next turn when we get some AP. So I think I've checked everything. Ah, there's one mannequin down there to check. Backpack, denim. We'll pick up the rags, but I think we're good on rags now because we should have crafted enough flags. Very low. For some reason, denim jackets only come in very high. And we don't need to... Ah, there's a mannequin over there I missed. Siphon pump. And let's come to the door, but we won't open it until the next turn. And as you can see, because we've got the visibility, it's a glass door, so they've got visibility in. So it's not like a normal door. These you can see in and out. So just remember that if you're doing nighttime combat or you're standing by a door ready to go out when it's bright, they can see you and attack you. And also, if they can see, they've got a chance of blocking up the door. Which could mean wasted AP. So what do we want to do? We want to... Ah, okay, so there's some over here I forgot to uncover. So let's go and uncover all that. And the tile's nice and clear, so we can drop our flag down. The cheapest back to the truck is 3.2. Binzo, we can't leave this turn. I'll just refuel. We do know the gas station down here has still got enough fuel in the back one, so we don't need to save gas. I think it's got enough for about another 10 turns on the generator. Now we'll pop to the pharmacy as the next location. As soon as we get AP, because I don't want to leave with no AP. And Binzo, we buy the fire truck. Let's dump everything off we don't need. And we've got a good amount of fire axes and axes now because of our condition being so low, because we've got max clean attack on it. We're just not going for these weapons fast enough. So I could stop picking them up, but we've got another 650 capacity in the car. So it's not as if we need the space. So, yeah, we're ready to leave the next tile, which is the pharmacy. And there's quite a lot on here, as expected. Pharmacies are always very, very busy. So there's 4 down the bottom here. He's going to be outside the building, them's going to be inside. There's one next to the fire truck up here, which we have to be wary of. And there's 2 more there and 1 over here. And then the one we can see down here as well. So I think what I'm going to do is go this side of him, because we know there's one outside the building here. And it will also give me visibility of what his movement is. Oh, and there was another one to the safe I didn't know. So we've got to take out both these. 4 damage can be took out with you. Instead of me moving, I've got 2 options with this. I could take it out with the spear. We're on 12% proficiency, or I could just use the assault rifle. We've got more than enough bullets to just waste them at this point. But let's see if I can take you out with the rifle as well. 70% chance. Those are good odds for me. And we get 12.5, which means we'll be on exactly 20 on the next turn. And another survivor in here, because you just saw the slashing attack on the left. There is a SWAT zombie there. Another one down the corner here. Now we've moved down, we've got more here in range down the bottom. So let's come to this square, and then we'll see if we can take that one out with the gun. So we do you with the axe. You're low enough, easy shooting with the gun. We know there's one down the corner there, so I think I am going to go up there, but not all the way. Just go a couple of tiles so I can get some visibility in the building. We could take the silencer off so everybody comes to us. But there is a survivor there. If the zombies attack the survivor, that'll be good for us, saves us having to do it. Now, it is giving us the style warning, but because our morale is so good and we've got the vegetarian trait, it does mean any meal I've got, even when it's stale, we get good morale out of it. Or very little negative morale. So yeah, I'm happy to wait for AP. Now it does look like he's in the back room, and it is a bandit, because now they've come out. And you've just aggroed everybody on the zone, so you won't be lasting much longer. We'll go onto that square, pick up the dead bird. If we're going to be doing some cooking, there's some more meat for us. Rotten in 14 hours, that's about the same time as the meat. Decayed zombie needs to be a diagonal attack, so we'll go up there. Past the bones rag. Normally I would pick it up, but I'm not going to go out my way. Do want to come down to the door and enter it on the next turn. So 12.2 will be on 18.5, so I'm good with that. We don't need to do our water because our HP is full. And the next turn, even if that survivor didn't die, I would go in there and clear them all out. There's one over here by the fire truck because I've just got a notification. He'll be a new one that's zoned in. These are fairly strong, so I am just going to go and use an axe on them. 1.1, you're slow enough for a knife. A lot of stuff there. We'll come and collect that. Actually, we'll go and collect it now. We can just put some curtains up here so we can loot this tonight. Go down, close the door. Not going to worry about fixing the windows. They're not broken. Fish fillets, very nice. And some more drugs. But again, it is a pharmacy. It's what you expect to find at a pharmacy. And you can sleep on these benches here. They don't give as much as a sofa. But you don't really need a lot of sleep in this game. For me, on this character, with the stats I've got, I'm getting about 4% energy for every hour I sleep. And it caps out at 24. So if I wanted to max out my energy, I could just sleep for 3 hours, even without a bench. And again, that's because I'm using a pillow. I can't use a blanket as well, otherwise I'll be over encumbered because I'm having to wear 3 clothing, and we've got the tactical backpack, which is the best backpack in the game. I always thought the Iking was, but these are so rare. But we have managed to pick up 3 in this run. Most of them was through trading houses. Okay, so let's get some AP before we decide what to do. And we're waiting for that one, so 23.5. So still a couple of turns away. I want to make sure I haven't missed anything this turn. So let's go up and do that and close the door. Okay, so let's have a look and see what goodies they left us. Good fruit, very fresh, fresh cheese, ramen and meat with no condition bar on. If you're doing a normal run, pick up these rotten snappers. It weighs 3.2 kilos. And turn it into bait. It will give you 16 bait. So you get 1 bait for every 0.2 of weight, and because that weighs so much, you can get a ton of bait. So don't just immediately ignore any rotten food. You can turn it into fertilizer as well, and it will give you 4 fertilizer. So very good items. Not everything rotten is bad. And then let's pick up the rest of the items. Don't need any of that. Batteries I'll always take. And crafting stuff we'll always take. Book for Pathfinder. It's a book we haven't maxed out the skill, so that's always good at this point in the game. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And we need to check the desk behind it. Free ammunition and a bandage. Bibles we don't need. We've explored all the churches on the map as far as I'm aware. So the added bonus, unless you've got a character where you get triple the morale from reading a Bible, they're not the best items to collect. So we've got no AP, so let's get some AP. Let's put them gloves on so we don't get a disease. At this point, if we did get a disease, we'll just pop an antibiotics and get rid of it immediately. Can be a good strategy for the very early game. And our gloves did break. So that's fine. We will cover up the windows. Because we are into the night time. I think there's another trash can down there. Very good items. Again, any food that doesn't have a condition bar, always leave it to last. Eat anything with a condition bar, and that's going to be your emergency supply then. That was the plan on this run, and again, I just didn't take into consideration the amount of food we got. So I'm just making sure I have done everything in here. There's just one at the top we haven't done. We've closed all the doors, covered all the windows. So next turn, I'm happy to go up there. There is that guy has moved over from the zone point to the front of the truck now. He shouldn't hear us because we have got level 5 skill. Oh, that is fantastic. That's going to take my strength to 5. All we need is 1 health book and we can go 5 across the board on stats. And let's go and cover this window. Let's go right the way into the corner. Get this one out the way. And I've said this tip a few times. I'll say it again. Never come into the corner like this if you've got no AP to get back out. Because all you need is a big tough zombie or a SWAT zombie to stand in that location and then you're stuck. You have to take them out, and if you're not capable of fighting them, then that your run's over. But because I know there's nobody around and I've cleared all the outside of the map, I know there's that one guy over here somewhere. But for him to get in, break down a door, get all the way over to me, I know it's not going to happen. But yeah, always be mindful of your surroundings. I want to go and read that strength book. Get my strength up. Reading desk by me is the one close to my truck. No, that's just trash cans, sofa. There's nothing in the main building. So this is where we're going to be spending the night. So I'm just going to go for my night cycle. I am going to be doing more reading today. We've already done the crafting of all the flags. My gear was repaired up on the last turn, so that'll be good for another night. We could probably eat because we're down to that 23.5 now. That perks up our morale a bit. And we don't need to be skimping on water. We've got loads. So our hydration satiety are really good. We could take drugs for morale, but we don't really need to. And I'm going to spend an all-nighter. So in that case, we've got no energy drinks on us. So I'm going to pop 2 of the energy pills. So let me go through the night cycle. I'll bring you back for when the daylight comes. And we need to pop back to the gas station and refill up. I think that's the best. We could go and start moving up here, but it's pointless. Let's get some fuel on us. And this is the final stretch now. Don't know if we'll be able to get all 5 of those done in this episode. And then that's the very last zone we're going to do. But to do that, we have got to dig out an entrance. So yeah, let's go for the night and I'll bring you back. Okay, welcome back. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. It's going to be bright on the next turn. We've got a few books ready to finish off. So 1 page left on the strength. So now we're up to strength 5. And we're going to be, for every 8 units, our move APs decrease. So very nice. And it's nice to finally stack another skill. So if you look, with 555, the only one we need is 1 health stat to finish off 5 across the board. So there's still a chance. We've still got places to loot. Let's go back onto there. And another book I am ready to finish is the leg strike. So we're 2 out of 4 on that. And we do have another 2 leg strike books on us to max that out. Pathfinder we'll dump in the car just for the moment, because it's no use to us. And I think I have got enough Pathfinders to max that skill out as well. So do we want to do any more reading? No. We want to go back to the fire truck because we need to drop our flag down and get onto the next tile. So the most sensible one would be to go out the door there. There is somebody here, so I could just stand here, drop the flag, then go to the truck. So how much are we getting next turn? 12, so I'll be on 19.1, so that's fine. Food-wise, I think we need to get down to 23.5. So if you have a look at this one, it is stale, and I'll still get 1.1 morale by taking each one of them. Just because the vegetarian counteracts the negative morale for it being stale. We do have an apple down there, which is about to go off, and that will give us 3 morale, so I will eat that. The banana is stale now, so the only morale it's giving us is from the vegetarian trait. So we'll eat that one next, and then we'll eat the meal afterwards. We did take a couple of drugs throughout the night to keep our energy high. And we don't have the flag on us, unfortunately. I'm going to have to come down and kill you because I can't drop the flag without it. 4.8, not quite. I'm going to take the risk. And we'll take 2 flags, so we have one for the next zone as well. And then let's just dump everything we don't need on us. Okay, welcome back. I've sorted out the inventory hour 1, 2. We've got our flag down. We've got a spare flag on us. And I've set up a load of crafting recipes. Molotovs with all the empty glass bottles. I've still got like 30 more glass bottles. I can do more Molotovs. And I've made up a load of lock picks with all the steel. We've got loads of it in the car. It only cost us 1 steel to make it. Will save us AP going into buildings instead of having to keep using the fire axe. It does mean I probably don't need to carry the fire axe on us if we're going to be using that. But we are still using axes to break down furniture. So yeah, we're ready to go. And we're going back to the fire... We're going back to the gas station, sorry. Now, the truck isn't totally empty this turn. We can get up there for 4. And we should be able to take out both them, but we have got some energy drinks, so I think I'm going to do that. I don't need any fuel tanks on me. I've got 1 there. I think I might just go and chuck 1 in the back. Actually, no, the generator's got 15 fuel. It doesn't need any. So yeah, let's go up and take these out. There is 1 at the south down here, which can't get up to the pump where I'm planning to go anyway. So that's fine. Let's take these out with some axes. Anything I want? Painkillers? Not really. A couple of rags. Nothing I need. So let's wait for next turn. Get some AP back. Cheapest one is going to be there for 2.7. Now there is 2 zombies in the south. So the sensible thing would be to go and fight them. But I've got enough fuel in here to waste a couple of turns. 3.4. Yeah, that's fine. Let's turn it on. And let's go and fight these down here. There's actually 3. So you could be took out with a weak dagger. And these 2 down here, I might just use the assault rifle. Should be nearly... Okay, 71% chance. I thought it might have been higher than that. And then next turn we can go and start filling up stuff. Anything I want... Rag stick, cigarette, nothing that I want to go out my way for at this point. So let's refuel the truck. Because there was a lot of fuel in there, it's only costing us that 5 AP this time. It was about 12 the last time. And I'm just going to fill up the truck for a couple of turns. And then I'll bring you back when it's done, because we've got a lot of gas cans to fill up. All them. Okay, welcome back. The fire truck's filled up. I've got 21 cans of 5 there, so that's 105 fuel. And I've got another 20 fuel there as well. So 125 fuel and 65 in the truck. So at this point, 190 fuel. We can go nearly 30 tiles with this. Okay, we want to go and turn the generator off for the least amount of AP. And there's still enough fuel in there to do this another 2 or 3 times if we desperately needed to. Which we don't. Cheapest back to the truck is going to be there. And we don't need to hang around. we've got a flag on us, haven't we? Yep, we've got a flag on us. So immediately I want to go and put a flag at that fortified house, the furthest zone, and then we'll come back, do these houses. Probably that, this, then the hardware store. Okay, so we've hit a blockage along the way. That's why we're on the railway tile. And look at all how busy this railway tile is. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, probably about 15 on this tile. So where has it blocked us? It's blocked us there. But we should be able to get to the fortified house still. We don't need to fight everything there. Now, we must have not finished this tile. I could have swore we finished it. But there's all this blockage we haven't uncovered. So, it doesn't look like this one. We've actually looted the house. Okay, that's a bit weird. I thought we did it all. So, there's a lot of stuff on there. There's a couple of zombies up there, so I do need to check their movement. I need to back off 1 square. Because I can't go up there and take them both out this turn. Maybe I could. 2.4. If we miss. Okay, let's see what's on. We could do it, but we're just using energy, so I think I might do that, just to keep moving. Okay, I could have swore we cleared this one. And again, the map fragments, I'm pretty certain I'm going to give us nothing. So let's move to that square, because the decayed I've got to take out with a spear. And that worked perfectly. So there's a lot of windows open, but it doesn't look like we've checked anything, so I'm baffled of why I didn't finish this house off. Maybe we're running out of fuel, and it's a good job I come back and checked it, though. Now, again, we only need 1 health book to complete all our stats at 5, so fingers crossed we get one here. We do need AP before we can move. There is still survivors about because I can hear gunshots over on the right. Swords. It must have been one of them tiles we aggroed the people and then left to go and sleep somewhere else and never come back. Now, there's another one there, so that means there's at least 1, which we've just checked. 2, 3, so at the most there can only be 2 alive. Let's go on to that square just to uncover this corner. So yeah, everything's open. So there's a zombie there and there's a couple down the south. Let's pick up the stuff underneath us. And then let's go and pick up this loot as well. So you can't get to me, so that's good. You can't get to me, so I'm happy with where I am. But we do want to pick up all this loot, except for the rotten. So I think the survivors there, and I think there's a zombie in, there's a zombie there, what we can see. We do have enough AP, so I think I am going to go on that square there, because that's where all the loot is. And then I'm going to take out these 3 with a gun. We'll leave the rotten stuff, take the knives, take the free axe. Another gas can. Unfortunately, no good books what we want. That wasn't what I meant to do. I meant to switch the weapon. That's fine. I have got another suppressor to put on it, but bringing the zombies to me is probably not a bad idea. It's a 50-50 chance, so we've got lucky with all 3 hitting. We've checked everything underneath us. I'm just looking is it worth showing. So the only one I want to go is there because there's a lot of loot. Don't need any of that. We'll take some more bullets. We've got enough fire suits already. And another gas can. So again, another 2 gas cans from Fortified House. And I did say we were getting about 2 from everyone. I am going to come into here and I'm going to close the door. Because I think there was some zombies in the south. And we do have 3 hours, so we'll loot this overnight. So it might be just good going round. And there's another survivor there. So are we getting any notification that there's anybody on the tile? No. So let's go up and secure the place. Close all the doors. Let's get some AP before we move on. Top up our water. There's no need for it to go that low. And I just want to go through checking. So that door's closed, closed, closed. Okay. So that's the one next with all the loot. And I'll unclose that window. And we might as well cover it. And that door's still closed. Okay, so we are secure in here and we've got plenty of time to go and loot round it. So let's have a look what's underneath us. Rotten. Nothing's any good except for the ammo. We'll take the ammo just to check it against ours. 60 low, 96 high, so that one can go. Another fire suit. MP3, another way to get back morale. The clothing's very low. And another gas can there, small. So 2 big and a small we've got from this. And I'm pretty certain we got that from the last one as well. And then we can quickly run through this. Sling bags are pretty good. But not for this late in the run. I've got better. As soon as you can get duffel bags, duffel bag on the shoulder and a backpack normally covers most of your weight issues. So that's what we're currently using. So your duffel bag can hold 45 and then your tactical can hold 25. But again, if you don't have a tactical and you have an Ikin, it can hold 30. So that's 75 in weight. You don't then need to carry bum bags or the fanny packs as them called in this game. Or you don't need to have a second shoulder bag on because most of your weight will be covered in that. Having more bags will only add more encumbrance, which means you can only wear a certain amount of gear. So we've done that, we looted that, we've just got these 3 here. And then we've got to go up the top room after. Low, low, medium. We'll take the drugs, that's about it. I'm not certain what else I picked up then. We'll dump it later. We're not even any combat on the tile. And we'll take an extra pair of work gloves. Just check them against ours. 84. 58 roughly. Still got them fingers crossed, and there it is. We can go 5 across the board. Oh, that's just fantastic. First time I've ever been able to do that with a character. So that is then going to become our main priority. And yes, strong spirit we've already got. Oh, I'm so happy about that. And where's next to check? All the way up the top there. We need more AP. And then we also want to check where the reading desks are in here. So there's a reading desk down there. So I might end up bedding here because it is close to my truck. But we want to loot the whole place. Probably still got some other surprise in here we could do with. I think I run out of knit gloves. Yeah, that's fine. And I've got 2 of those, so one of these can be dumped now. Body strike with not max on, so we'll take that. And some free food. And again, we are about to come into day 90. We are going to do an 100-day run. I have got a little excursion planned. Possibly for the next episode. It might be the one after. But we've checked everything. We've just got 2 last things to check. Body armor. Again, we have got some in the truck, so we don't need to pick up any more. And next turn is going to be the last one to check. Rotten. That's okay. Rotten. Machete. Let's check that machete against the one we've got. Medium can be dumped. Very low, low, low. High. Do you know, I'm just going to chuck a load of these because I've got loads of knives in the car. And we want to go to a reading desk. So either one of them's fine. Let's go to this one because it's closest to the window. I could close up all the doors, but I'm not going to waste the time because I'm so eager to get that last elf stat and be 5 across the board. Does it make a difference for the run? Not really. But like I said, it's something you will never do very often in the game. A lot of the scenarios won't last anywhere near as long as this. This is one of the longest scenarios. That's why I mixed it up with some other things as well. Like doing it with destroying all the NPCs on the game map. Dropping flags on every zone. Okay, so I'm going to be doing my night cycle now. We will be reading up that elf book as the priority. Will give us more AP a turn then. It's only an extra half AP a turn, but it's better than nothing. And then we'll craft up all this if we've still got time. But yeah, bring you back in the morning when it's light and we can start going out exploring the next zone. Okay, welcome back everyone. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. We haven't had any trouble with any banging even though I was using the assault rifle. There is a few that's zoned onto the map now. So there's 2, 3 over here I think. Yep, there's 3 on that zone point. And then there's 2, 3, 4 over this zone point. We are close. So we're 1 page away from finishing the thick book. So I've waited till the morning to finish it. So now we're at current elf is 5. And now our character is 5 across the board. Now I've achieved it once, I won't ever aim for that again. Unless it just happens naturally. But yeah, that's nice to see. 5 across the board. Well done, Remington. We are close to finishing another book. Which I think I've got 1 page left. Which is the leg strike book. So that leg strike can be chucked. We do have another leg strike there. So we're currently 3 of 4. That will be 4 of 4. And I've started to read on the body book. Now I do want to move up to the door. So I need 1.7 to get to the door. Which will take me down to 10.01. So I can spend 4 more AP on books this turn. So let's just use the one with the lowest pages. Okay, food-wise, don't think we're quite low enough. Unfortunately, because I've been reading books all night, I didn't do any of that crafting, but it's fine. It's not really weighing me down much. So we can do that on the following night. So food, 6.5 we're looking at. And again, it's still giving us 1.1 morale for having this, even though it's stale. So a couple of 2 turns, we can eat that. So in the meantime, we will just drink some water. Get that capped up. Because we will start taking damage because of the cold as soon as we open the door. So let's pass the turn. And we need to kill the zombies on this side and then drop a flag. And then this zone's done. So let's open up the window. We could go up to the door at the top. We don't need to do assault rifle. 5.9, that's enough to take you out. There's an helmeted zombie there, so let's go to that square. Just makes it a bit easier for him to take out. Because I've got my strong axes to do it. You can get to us unless I go to that square there, which I could. And you can't get to us. So I think... What am I getting next turn? Is there anybody over here? There isn't. So I'm going to go into that square. So hopefully we can drop the flag next turn. Because we can still see them this turn. So the game won't allow me to drop the flag. So if I try, drop the flag, it will say zombies are in the place. But next turn when they go out of sight, then it will allow me to drop it. And I think we've looted most of the piles around here, so I'm happy to call it as good as done here. Brilliant. So we do want to really refuel this. Okay, welcome back. The truck is fueled up now. I've got 64 fuel in there. We've still got loads of fuel left over. So we've got enough to do this trip. We did notice that I've got 5 turns on this dead rat, so I'm going to chop them up now ready, and then we can put that meat in the truck. So that meat's got 3 turns on it. So I'm going to dump that one. I'll keep the 23. I might cook something with that, and we brought the bread out because it's about to go off. That's still all fresh, so I don't need to rush to do anything with it. And that is stale, so we're going to have to take the lettuce with us because it's only got 18 turns before it's no good for us to have. So let's chuck that weak meat on the floor. I could cook now, but I'm not going to. I'm down to 5.3 AP. Now, we do know there's a zombie over here that's seen us, so I do want to get off the tile. So we've done that one there, so we're coming up to this. So we've got these 3 houses, that hardware store. So let's come to this house. Immediately, I've got a big zombie in front of me. I've got another one behind him, but he can't move much. I've got one behind that which can't move. So as long as I kill this, we're good. There's 3 zombies there inside the house. There's another 2 up to the north. And then there's one over here, which is possibly outside the house, and there's in by the blockage. So as long as I don't move anywhere this way, we only need to take out one guy and we're good. And again, I do love the crits when that come into the game. Let's move on to that slot and then I can pick up the potent medicine. And you still can't get to us, you can't. I do have to be a bit careful because there's a couple in the house there. I would like to move back off one, just as a bit of safety. Because I don't know what the movement's like on these. And again, we've got another survivor, bandit, or a pickpocket in here. Fighting up to the north. But them attracting a lot of zombies up towards them. So that means them not coming down towards me. Okay, so let's go and take these 2 out and get some visibility in the building so we know what range everybody's got. Only 1.1 left. That can be a weak dagger. And being as I'm on the square, I'm just going to pick up the goods. So you could get to me, so you're a big problem. You're not an issue. So I'm going to go up and take this guy out. What about these? You have a lot of movement, you don't. So as long as I take out the SWAT and the soldier, then we're fairly safe. If I move there, then this guy can get to me. So I think I'm just going to use... Do I really want to use the assault rifle? Yes, but I need to put the suppressor on it. Because I want them zombies to go after the survivor, not after me. And we had just enough AP to do that, and this guy can't get to me still, and this one can't get to me. So we're in a safe spot. If I do need to, I've got all them AP items, and I've got these 2 as well. I think I just heard the sound, so I think that zombie has killed the survivors up in the north, and I think there's quite a few zombies in there. So let's take this guy out because he's right next to me. Dagger's more than enough for him. And let's open the door, get some visibility. Okay, let's go there. I just need to see the moves. So it is a soldier, so I have got to take you out. He did nearly kill him. But we finished the job. And we'll go on to the survivor square there. See what loot we got. Now, we've just got visibility of somebody outside. He has a lot of movement. So I would like to really go up to there and kill this guy. Might have to use an energy drink on this turn. So let's see what goods they've got. Yep, drugs are all good. Take an extra knife. Take the bullets. 2 more axes we'll take. And there's the Ikin backpack. Very good backpack. If you get that in a run, you're pretty much settled. The tactical is slightly better, but not by much. And a knife can easily take you out. And let's close the window for a little bit of safety. And I'm not going to stay here the night, so I'm not going to worry about covering it. Okay, so they didn't get down to me. Let's go to that square there so I'll get some visibility. You're not too bad to take out, so let's go there. There's a dead squirrel up there, but I'm not going to go out the way for it. And there's another one there. I think I've got enough to go over and deal with him. So except for that one zombie in the bottom here, the zone is clear now. Which I think is about here now. Just try and have a look. Yeah, he's on that square there. Not going to go out the way for chips or powdered milk. Early game, I would. But we have got our food under control at the moment. So again, he can only move one square. So I can just run round him. I don't need to kill him. Antidepressants, powdered milk. Book for sharp ears, but we've already got 5 out of 5 on the skill, so it's no use to us. And a novel and siphon. We've already got better siphons and loads of novels in the car. And let's go to... Where is the zombie? Oh, he's on that square, so I am going to have to kill him. 5.9 exactly his health. That's the minimum damage I can do, so guaranteed kill. Antibiotics I'm always going to take, and I will take that powdered milk because it's on the tile I'm on. One left refrigerator, and then we can uncover this little bit area here and get off into the next tile. So again, it is quite amazing how fast you can clean the tiles this late in the game. I would have liked to get onto that tile, but I would have to use 2 energy drinks to get there, so I'm not going to. Footwind clear. Have we got a flag on us? Probably not. Nope. Let's move back one and grab one out of the car. I will grab 2, just so I've got an extra one. And let's just dump the stuff away what we don't need. So have we got enough AP to leave? Yeah, I'm confident enough. Do we need to refuel though? We could put 2 into refueling. And then wait a turn for our AP to go up. So we're getting 14.5, so we'll be on 18.7 next turn. So that's perfect. Did we drop the flag down? Let's just double check that. We did. Yeah, it's slowly flashing under us. Okay, next tile is going to be this house here. No, get that house done first. We've got 2 more houses on the tile, so there could be another fortified house amongst these. So there's a lot on this zone. 2 down here, 3 here. Those are all outside. 2 more there, that's going to be outside as well. 1, 2... 3 that's going to be inside, 1 outside, and 1 up here that's outside. That's going to be outside. So I really want to be running towards the north in that square, and then I can take out these 2 and get visibility of the rest. And it gives me visibility in the house as well. So both these have fairly good movements. You're not a big priority, but I could easily take you out. So let's deal with the 2 next to me. Switch to an axe. Lovely crit on that one. That can be a knife. We can reach you possibly with the spear if we can do 6.9. I'm going to take the chance. We could do with going and killing you and this one here. But I would have to go up and open the window. Yeah, we'll go and do that. Again, I've got the AP items. I've never needed to use them, but I'm more than willing to use them. Rag and jewellery, and then move down one to take this guy out. One outside can't get to me, and you can't get to me. So I'm happy with where I am. There is somebody the other side of the door. Door's got 13 HP, so I'm okay. And we're going to get 13.4, so we'll be on 18 next turn. That's fine. Anything to eat. So the next thing I needed to eat was you, because you're stale, so I need to be down to 23 satiety. There was nothing worth picking up there, and nothing really stopping there to pick, so I'll go straight for this one. Okay, let's take the gloves back off. We can come up to the window and kill you. 5.1, can you do it? You can. And what else have I got around me? I've got you here. You do have a lot of movement, so let's go and take you out. And what about you? You don't have much movement, but we can go after you next. So we've got 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, 4 here, 5 inside the room. That's not too bad, considering how it looked when we got on the tile. I'm going to move up to that square to get visibility. And let this guy come up to my face, and I don't overcap my AP. Let's get some water inside us, because the next food's only going to take satiety. It's not going to give us hydration. That makes me think there's a survivor in that house, being as though the zombies attacking somebody. And we are going into the night. Being as though I've got to fight this guy, I'm going to come to this square so I'll get visibility of both. Switch to an axe. And one more axe, I think he's going to be fine. I need to get visibility of what you are. So I'm thinking this one, I'm going to go to there, get visibility in the room, and then look at these two. So I could move back to there for 2.4, but I think I've got enough to go and take him. I would like to come back for that adrenaline shot, but we have got loads of adrenaline shots. There is one that's just out of movement up there. I would like to see his movement range. Let's go forward 1. Okay, that's fine. It can only get to the square I'm on, so back up 1. Okay, he's going to come straight up to my face. That's what I've planned. And whatever the zombie he's fighting, whatever that is, bandit, survivor in there, that probably won't last much longer. And yeah, we are going to pick up the holographic sights, because those are pretty good. And they don't have much charges on them. Let's come up to the door, but not... No, actually, we've got enough AP to enter. Are we going to bed down in this house tonight is the question. I think we probably will. So, oh, another needle. Very nice find. So I think I am going to just start covering up the windows. We've got more than enough cloth now. It also means closing the doors would be a good idea. I think we did do everything. Ah, actually, no, we didn't. Check that desk. And another gas can. Very nice. Now, you could actually get here, so I'm going to come in here and close the door. None of that I'm going to need. But again, normal run. Grab every fishing rod you can find. Very good way of getting food. And water from the park. So, one of the best locations early game if you're struggling with food and water. Spend a couple of days there. Jump out to an house next to it if you want to, for safety at night. But yeah, spend a couple of days at the park and you'll get your water sorted. Keep your plastic bottles, never throw them away. Even though you think them weighing you down, they weigh very little. So if I haven't got any on me, but they weigh like 0.05 or something like that, each empty bottle. But yeah, really good to save for parks, especially if you've got multiple characters. And I'm willing to go back to the door. I'll get 12.8, so I'll be up on 18.5 next turn, so that's good. Let's get the water topped up. What did I need for you? Down to 23, so 2 more turns we can eat you. And you will just become stale, not fresh. What's on that fillet? Another 31 turns, so I'm going to eat the bread, just because it's going to give me some morale. I'm happy with that. Okay, we heard the death sound then. And let's go on that square. We can check this afterwards, but let's kill the zombie first. We do have a pile of books on us. That's a kitchen counter. Do we find anything for bonuses? Yeah, up there. But I would have to go and secure this room, blocking up all the windows, closing all the windows. So it would be a lot of hassle. It might still be worth it though. Canned meals, very good. That's rotten. Again, that one doesn't weigh as much as the other fish I mentioned, I think, in the previous episode, which was 3.4. This is only 0.5, so it gives you about 2 bait. Those do still add up because you can put multiple in the same crafting session. So you could put like 4 at 0.5, then you get 2 kilos, then you get about 10 baits. Machete, it's a poor one, so I'm not going to pick it up. Always take the axes. And let's just cover up this. Free water, rotten lumber. No good. You can use lumber to make the spears. And you're also lumber, you can attack a cult multiple times before the break, unlike a piece of wood. Have we got any wood on us? Yeah, these wood here, these planks will only hit once and then it breaks. So we do have a plank, so I can repair that door. Got 12, so let's come down here, close up this window. So I'm not hearing anybody on the map. Not seeing any red circles anywhere. And let's get some AP before we go up towards the north. And we will exit out there in the morning because I've got to uncover this to put the flag down. Okay, so that is broken. We can at least deal with the window, and unfortunately we've only got the one building. Oh, there's some planks over there. We'll go and collect them planks. Just secure this room a little bit. So I've got 6 on there. I would like to put another one, but I'm not going to ruin this because I want the reading speed. And there's only 9 on there. And let's close that door. So again, we come into the tile. It looked very terrible. Couple of strategic placements and taking things out and backing up when we need to. And we managed to take the owl zone out. There is somebody just sounding on that side, but I'm not worried about him. So all I'm going to do, we'll have to repair my gear. I haven't done it for like 3 nights. I'm down to 60s and 70s. So we'll have to repair the gear as a priority. Then I want to put the rest of the AP, finishing the body strike, finishing the leg strike, and start working on the other body strike. So yep, bring you back in the morning when it's light and we can start moving out. The good thing is, actually no, that's bad. So now the sunrise is not happening till 8 o'clock in the morning. And it's still getting dark at 5 o'clock at night. So our days are now gone down to 9 hours. So, yeah, not great. 15 hours in the dark and 9 hours in the bright. It's a good job we've got the skills so we can go out and do night combat. Just as efficient as day combat. So, yeah, bring you back in the morning. Okay, welcome back. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. We have just got a level up. We've got Body Strike, Pathfinder, and Leg Strike. Now, I think Body Strike was the one we said we haven't got enough books to max that out. So I am going to take the body strike. And while you're here, we are ready to finish a book. So the body strike is going to be up to 2 of 4. And we have one more body strike on us, which will be 3 of 4. And we'll do the leg strike, which then will be 4 of 4. So yeah, bring you back in the morning. We're just going a couple of more hours until it's light. Okay, welcome back everyone. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. It is going to be bright on the next morning. So I want to make sure I can get up there. That's 3.2. So I'll have 10.2 left. And I'll gain 12.5 from a level up. So if I use 3 more AP on the books, we are about to finish another book. So the body strike is now going up to 3 of 4. I'm not going to change my attacking style. I won't be hitting bodies on here and legs. And put 2 into there. We repaired all our gear up to top quality as well. And bags as well. That was all up to 100%. We need to go 2 more turns before I can eat the fish fillets. And then we can have the army base stew. We've got to eat all that today. Which we might not be able to get it all in. So we want to move up to the window because I need to uncover this area and drop a flag down. And then we've got another zone done. So let's not take the curtain off this turn, even though I can't hear anybody around me. We'll wait for next turn. So we'll have 12.5, so we'll be on 19.7. Now, we are going to have to drink the water because that fish fillet's not going to give us any hydration. We can do something about our morale. Do we have any coffee left on us, or did we have that? We had the coffee. So in that case, let's have a cigarette because it's going to give us 6 back. More morale we've got, the more HP we get. So let's take the cover off, open up the window. What's that there? An umbrella we don't need. Brilliant. Now we do have a zombie in our sight, so we do have to kill him before I can drop a flag. And again, this is a good way because I wanted to pick up that adrenaline shot anyway. So let's attack you with a fighting knife. And apparently I can see another zombie. Ah, we can see the one all the way over there. Next turn, he won't be in my visible sight. So I'm just going to take that and then pass a turn. And we should be able to drop our flag down. And yet another zone done. So as far as I can tell, there's 2 more zones here and the police station to do. And we're on day 91. I think by about 93 we will be able to get all these locations, but we will do something so we do this as an 100-day run. And the reason I want to do the 100-day run is it gives you better score, and better score means the next time you can have more traits coming in. Okay, so we've got 10. Do we want to fill this up? Yep, so that's full enough as what I want. We've got our flag down. So let's leave the tile. And we're going to another house. So immediately I've got a big zombie up the north. I am going to have to take him out. We've got one over there which we could take out with an assault rifle from that location or a spear. And then we've got another one here which you're going to have to go ahead and take out. Overall, this tile is actually not that bad. There's 2 down the bottom here and 2 over here. So again, if we can go around this side and get some visibility down here. But he's the biggest threat we've got. Construction worker as well is another big threat. But we probably will have to maybe use an HP item. Okay, that crit changed things. So you can get to me and you can't. So that he becomes the main priority. And in this occasion, I will just use the gun. I think we dropped some more zombie goods, didn't you? And actually thinking about it, yeah, I've got an idea for them zombie guts. So, yeah, let's pass the turn because we've got no AP, but we did have items on us to use. I think there's yet another survivor in the building. Again, the amount of survivors we've found on this run, I swear there's got to be duplicates because we've done... Actually, no, there's about 15 characters in the game, so I think we have come across every character. I don't know why I stopped to pick that up, but I did. Let's not go down that side yet because them zombies might come up and see you. We'll go to that square there, uncover this side. We can wait a turn. Let's eat that fish fillet. And let's get the water topped up. Should have dumped some of this in the fire truck when we was up there. Don't need any rakes, we've already got a couple. And I'm going to wait until I get AP before I move. Same again, go around the building. There's 2 here and 2 over here. You don't have much range. So technically neither one of these can get to me. So I'm going to go in the middle of them. And then we've got visibility on those as well. 1.5, that's a nice easy takeout. And another nice easy takeout with the knife. So let's just check their movement again. You can come up to me, you can't kill me. And you can barely move. We could go over there for 3.5 and still got enough to take him out. And I think I might do that. Let's get rid of all the threats. 5.5, you've got 5.5 health and I can do a minimum. So that's a guaranteed kill and a guaranteed kill there. We will go on there because it's got vitamins on. And there's just the survivor to take out in there and then loot the place. And we can't drop the flag until we uncovered all the black areas. So let's just take the survivor out. And again, guns are the best way to take them out. And the reason we're taking them out is just a part of the run. So let's check them gloves against the ones we've already got. So 90, we'll keep the 83 mediums. And let's go on there. And this is another quick zone. Just want to take the water and batteries. Don't need the wooden needle, we've got the better needles. We just need some AP to do stuff. Come up to this one first, pick up the wood while we're here at the same time. I do hope they bring in something so you can build your own bases. It'd be nice to be able to build a little wooden shack on the pond tile and live on there. There's a lot the game could add. If you look at games where this has definitely got inspiration from, like Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. That game has so many mechanics on top of mechanics, on top of mods. There's a lot of that stuff that could easily incorporate into this game. Now, it would be something I would like to bring to the channel, but I am no expert at Cataclysm. Maybe if I get some practice at it, I might bring it onto the channel one day. Because you can definitely see where this game has got the inspiration from that. And same with Project Zomboid. It's another game I love watching. I've never actually got round to playing it myself. I've had it on my Steam list for probably 5 years at this point. We all know we all struggle with these games. We buy them and then never have time to play them. So yeah, I might be bringing them to the channel one day if there's enough people that want to watch that sort of stuff. So I think we've uncovered everything in here. So yeah, let's just get some AP before we go back up to the fire truck. But yeah, the days and days are getting a lot shorter. 8 in the morning to 5 at night is a bit severe. So I'm going to dump the stuff away, get my inventory how I want it to, and then I'll bring you back. Okay, welcome back. I've sorted out the truck. I've also put a couple of survival cooking books on us, because that's probably the next one I'm going to read. The only books we've got now are Pathfinder, which again, no use to us whatsoever. At least survivor cooking can help us out a bit. But as you saw, the last batch of meals I did, I'm not going to be able to eat them in time before they all go off. Other books I have got is bargaining. Again, we're doing no trading in this run, so taking that is not going to be a benefit. So the only one that's going to benefit me, possibly, is survival cooking. So we'll just get them out the way. So we are running out of skills with books we can do. We've got everything set up how we want to. I think I want to fill up the truck before we leave the tile again. Up to 63, and we've still got loads of fuel here and loads of small ones. Don't think I can get the... Actually, I can. I've got a partial tank at the bottom here. Let's just get that in the truck as well. Okay, so did we drop a flag down here? We did not, so let's go and get that done. I think I'm just going to store the flags on me now, just so I don't keep forgetting about them. And let's go to the next tile. So the next tile is going to be an hardware store. And then just the police station, as long as I've missed nothing. You can't get to me. So well, who else is on the map? There's one over here. I'm not actually seeing a lot, and one down the bottom. Again, fairly quiet map, so we might as well go and take you out. There is a portable generator there, but we have already got one in the car. Knives should easily take you out. Not going out the way to collect it, and we'll wait till we get AP. Okay, so there is a lot more down here. We just didn't hear it from that corner where it was. So there's two in the building there. One in front of me. And then there's two more over this side. So in that case, let's go that side of him, just so I get visibility of these. And in the building. So you can't get to me, you can't get to me. And neither one of them can. So we're actually fairly safe. We want to do a minimum of 6.6, so I'm just going to move up to the next weapon. No, let's make a guaranteed chance. That's only 6.4. So now the machetes are doing more than the spears. We'll just use a weak axe then. Now I could go there for 3.4. You would need 2-3 attacks. I think I'm going to do it, even if I have to use an energy drink. And then you're weak enough to be able to have a knife. And we didn't need to use anything. But there is some good loot on there I want to collect. Like the energy drink. And we are into night, so that was perfectly timed. So we've got a little bit to uncover there. We can do that in the morning. This is the nearest window, so let's go into here. Now we know one zombie's there and one zombie's there, so I'm going to go in the centre so I can take them both out nice and easy. Okay, we could do with repairing the door. I think I did bring one plank with me. Yeah, so we could do with cutting something down, covering all these windows on the south, because there is two entrances into the south. So I think that's where I'm going to spend my turn. This one is just covering windows. You don't need to be fixed, you just need to be closed and covered. And this just allows me to loot at night without having to keep waiting for daytime. Take the lighter gas. The rest is no use to us. So while I'm here, let's go and... It should give us some metal, shouldn't it? Oh no, planks, that's fine. Now I think it did say something broke. It might be the weaker axe that broke, but that's fine. So we've got 0.9, so we need AP to do anything. I'm not getting notification that there's anything around us that we can hear. Let's do this, go to that, and then get this one done. And we're at an hardware store, so tools is what you expect here. think I picked up an extra item I don't need, which is an extra denim, very high 85. Ours is better. If I was at the beginning of a run, I would be collecting any ammunition we find, but at this point I've got nearly 700 ammo. So we could have gone a bit wild with the gun a lot sooner. We did use a rifle, and we've used the assault rifle quite a bit. Crafting speed. There is some crafting items we've got, so that might actually be a good one for tonight. Okay, the door's repaired. And there is a survivor in here. So if you're not following the run, we are killing any survivor we find on this run. So unfortunately, it's not his lucky day. And again, if you use an axe, even though I've got, how much proficiency? 17% proficiency with this. You will see I've only got a 61% hit chance. But I switched to an assault rifle. It's nearly 100%, 91% with only 11% proficiency. And we got a lovely crit on that one. Let's go up and cover. Windows. I should have looted that while I was there, but I just wanted to get the window covered. And again, another good place for scrap metals and crafting ingredients. So we'll take all that, take all the drugs, always take more ammo. So now we've got 165 on us and nearly 700 in the car. Don't need any of that. Backpacks we're good on. We've got the street maps. And we've already maxed out all the stat books. So, yeah, very nice. So we can search the item. What have you got? Nothing I need. We could go and pick up that plank when we go and search the next item. And it uncovers this little area. So we've only got this little bit to uncover in the morning. And steel pipes are extremely good weapons. I did forget to pick up the plank, but that's fine. And fire extinguishers, very good weapons. Fortunately, it only has dirty water, so I'm not going to go out my way for that. And I think we have looted the place. So there wasn't anything here that's going to give a reading bonus, but like I said, that crafting bonus is very valuable. We've got a load of items to craft up. So let's put our crafting gloves on if we're doing crafting. I think this is a great place to call it for the episode. So currently, as far as I can tell, we have got every location on the map. And there's nothing we haven't put a flag down for, except for the police station and the one we're at. So next time I could go for the ending. I will be on day 92. But we're going to make a little trip. We've got about 10 grenades in the car. We'll have about 20 plus Molotovs. I think we're going to have a bit of a fun. And we're going to try and do something really stupid. Hopefully it doesn't cost us the run. But hopefully you're looking forward to that. I know I am. I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching.